So, if anybody has been following me on YouTube for a while, y'all know I never make videos like this. I don't have titles like this. I don't even say things like this because honestly, half the time people say things like this, I never believe them personally. But I'm telling y'all this story, and this is not. I don't want pity at all. Don't comment no pity stuff. This is like an overcoming story. This is a push through and get off your butt type story. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean. And the only person I even know about this first part is my fiance. I didn't even tell my parents this part. So just to let y'all know, last week, like early last week, like a week and a half ago maybe, I had like a dream or a vision or something. And long story short, Satan told me he was gonna be a pest. He was gonna be a pest. And I remembered it so vividly when I woke up that it was crazy. Now, it makes sense because this year has been a very crazy year for me. There's things I can't even tell y'all about that has happened to me this year. Great things, actually, like working with people. Right now, I'm working on something that's super big. And I've had like songs solely about God go viral this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? The political mix with Christian rap, you know, it was fun, but I realized that the people that was bringing to my music, like 60% of the people that was bringing, were people that only cared about my music because I supported the person they supported. When I started just talking about my values, like I've been saying, but only talking about my values, I've had like 6 or 7 songs just like that went viral this year. So I know that makes Satan mad, but and a lot of other things I can't even say. But Satan told me he was going to be a pest, right? And I kid y'all not, the next day, I had a plan to do music. I had rented a place to shoot a music video at. And I had got up that morning. And as we were driving to the place to shoot the music video, my car started acting very crazy. My car still has a weird sound to it. Don't know what the crap it is, but it don't sound good at all. And I was like, what the world? You know. And we got to the place I rented. Now, I paid money to rent the place to shoot a music video. We set up my camera. My camera is a red Scarlett. Now, y'all, might not know what that is, but this is a very expensive camera. It was actually $7,000. And that was me getting it used on eBay. And we set the camera up to record, and this camera just didn't turn on. Well, it felt like it turned on, but nothing is popping up on the screen. It just didn't work. And in my mind, I said, you know what? We probably overused it or something. Let it chill. I'm going to go, after we get everything else, I'm going to go home, take a nap. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad I rented this place, but whatever. So my little sister had her picture camera, so we took pictures. You know what I'm saying? We made some use of it. I get home, take a nap, and woke up, tried to fix the camera. No fixing it. It's not coming on. Now, for the average person, y'all might not care about this because, it's not your job to care about this. But to anybody that's a creative, that's in anything that has to do with videos, that is crazy. Like, that is very saddening. So, it didn't work. And I tried to find another cord to replace it. That didn't work. And I'm just like, man, what the world? Very convenient, right? Then I have another camera, though. I have a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. Probably like a $2,000 camera. You toss the lens on there, it's $3,000. And this is what I use for my YouTube live stream. So I said, let's use this to shoot a music video. It's good enough. Let's just make it happen. So we take the music video. We take the camera. We go to this basketball court by my house at this school. And we try to shoot the music video on this camera. For the first time ever, this camera it wouldn't turn off. So, we recorded a scene, but it wouldn't stop recording. It just wouldn't stop. I was like, what the world? And we looked, and it had some big error button on it, and I've never seen this error button on my Blackmagic before. I'm like, what the world is going on? And it was fully charged. We just turned it on to use it. Crazy. So I'm thinking, bro, this is crazy. So we stopped. We turned it off, turned it back on. We turned it off, turned it back on, and we tried to record another scene. And it just stopped working, like it cut off within 45 seconds. And we like, what? How did both of my cameras break in the same day? That makes no sense. So if you're somebody that's in film or in videos, I know you're thinking like, that's a bad day. Because what am I going to do? If anybody knows how much it costs to get cameras fixed, you might as well buy a new camera. And at this point, so much been going on, because if you don't know, I get married next week. Matter of fact, exactly 1 week from today, I get married. So it's like, wow, there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. So we did what any other person would do. I shot it with a phone, and it's the music video that just came out called All the Way. I really ended up having to shoot it on a phone, because in my mind, the back of my head, this entire time, I'm thinking like, bro, that dream kept popping in my head. Like, Satan just said he's going to be a pest. You know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what, though? It was still a great day, because I overcame. I shot it with the phone, edited it, didn't come out bad. So I edited it, and then I go to Georgia. The next day I had to go to Georgia for my fiance's, her cousin's wedding. Wedding was in Georgia. And we're staying in this house. So Monday was a day we was about to drive back home, 7.5-hour drive. That morning, we had to meet her family for breakfast. So I get up. This is going to sound so crazy, but I'm so serious. I get up, go brush my teeth. As I'm brushing my teeth, y'all, I sneeze 3 times. I chew. Instantly, I lost not complete, but I lost feeling in my whole right arm to my fingers. And it was so crazy to me, because this has never happened to me. I just dropped the toothbrush. I'm like, what the crap, dog? This ain't never happened. 3 seconds later, boom, lost feeling in my leg. Boom, lost feeling in my foot. I'm like, what the crap? But I had a little feeling left, and I was so scared, I panicked, and I ran to jump back on the bed. I said, let me just restart it. Let's restart the day, because this is crazy. I said, this is crazy. So I'm in the bed, and I'm trying to Google. And as I'm Googling, I don't have feeling to the point where I can't even type correctly, because I can't figure out how far my thumb is from the phone. So I can't type correctly, and it just looked like I'm typing a bunch of words with no spaces. And I'm like, oh my goodness, bro, I'm about to die. Then my eye get blurry, my right eye get blurry. So the entire right side of my body is just like cut off. I don't know. It was the scariest thing I ever heard. And when you Google something to self-diagnose yourself, you're going to get the worst things possible. So all I saw was stroke. That's all that came up. Pre-stroke. And I'm like, what? I can't have a stroke. I'm 32. What is going on? So we just sitting there, but we still have to, we have to leave. We're in somebody else's house. They're coming, and they need their house back, clearly. So I still try to leave. The feelings started coming back slowly but surely. But in the car, as soon as I told my fiance, I said, Shekinah, the feeling is back. My head, the craziest headache, which was a migraine, came. And I'm like, what the crap? This is the weirdest experiment. I go from, not experiment, but it's the weirdest thing. I go from sneezing to losing feeling coming back, and that got the craziest. And y'all never had a headache like this. And I never had a headache like this. I'm like, what the crap is going on, bro? But I've had headaches before, not this bad, but I'm like, I'll dug it out, I'll work through it. I'm just glad the feeling in my body is back. So we sit down, and I was so hungry before we left. We sit down, I got cheese and eggs, and I could barely eat it, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't know, this migraine is so bad. One of her family members offered me a pill. I said, no, I hate taking pills. So I'm just like, oh no. I went outside. It started getting so bad. I said, listen, I need that pill. So I took the pill. It was some Motrin or Benadryl, whatever it was. And it started getting slightly better, but it was bad. It was so bad that I went to the doctor in Georgia. I was in Savannah, Georgia. Went to an urgent care. And he did a little checkup on me. He basically said he don't know what it is. He said, we did a checkup. The checkup seems good, and you're not obese, so like you're not you shouldn't be having no stroke. And I doubt it was a stroke. So I'm like, what was it then? And he couldn't tell me what it was. I'm like, I don't have insurance, so I paid him $200 to not tell me what it was. That's crazy. So then like I stopped by the store, popped another pill. It started getting better, so I'm like, I gotta drive home anyway. It doesn't really matter. So I started driving home 7.5 hours. Halfway through the trip, I felt the migraine started coming back heavy. I ain't gonna lie, I popped another pill. I shouldn't be popping these pills, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I had to. And the next morning, I had a meeting with somebody important. So the next morning, I still go to this meeting. Migraine is there, but it's not as bad. After the meeting, I go home. I try to go home and sit down. This was that Tuesday. I try to go home and sit down. It started coming on heavy. My body feels weird. I don't know what's going on. So I said I'm going to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, y'all. They did all type. They did everything. They took my blood, CT scan, EKG, or whatever it is. They did everything. And then they wanted me to do an MRI. So I tried to do the MRI, and guess what I found out? I found out, y'all, that I was claustrophobic. I'm probably not pronouncing that word correctly. Don't care. I found that I was claustrophobic. I couldn't do the MRI. I was panicking, almost hyperventilated. I said, wow, I'm a punk. But, it is what it is. And they said everything else came back good, but they said the symptoms are crazy. When I explained to them what happened the day before, they said the symptoms are crazy. They said we need an MRI. But I was too scared to do it. And that was Tuesday of this past week. And I'm like, man, what am I going to do? And my car is getting worse and worse. My car is just getting worse and worse, and I don't know what's going on, bro. It's like everything just jacking up, right? Some other stuff jacked up, like I said, I can't even talk about. But then I kept having a headache, bro. Every time I did anything, I had a headache. And last night, or no, this morning, I woke up with a crazy headache, y'all. Like, crazy migraine. And last year, I had IBS, or a stomach ulcer. It never went away completely, but I got some gummies, these probiotic gummies that help. And this morning, I had a crazy, like, IBS episode, or whatever you call it. I'm like, what the crap? And I had a migraine at the same time, like, what the crap? And I do not know what's going on. Like, y'all, I still don't know what the crap going on. Tomorrow, as soon as I wake up, I'm going to try to call a neurologist to try to get an open MRI. But the hospital said it's either a complex migraine, which can have similar symptoms as a pre-stroke, but not a stroke. Because they said everything else came back good, nothing wrong with my blood. They did all type of tests. And I know what's going on, right? And it's just so much stuff. And mind y'all, I don't even have time to go see a neurologist because I have to shoot this big thing I'm doing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I have to be in Colorado because my wedding in Colorado is Sunday. When do I have time to see a neurologist? But the scary thing about it is I keep having these migraines, and that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what's going on. It's so much going wrong at once, and it just doesn't make sense. I'm having to shoot content on my phone, and if anybody knows anything about being an independent music artist, I have to shoot content. I don't have a lot of money to invest in my marketing. I have to shoot content. And I'm having to do it with my phone, which is whatever. You got to do what you got to do. But let me tell y'all something. The hospital told me to rest. Y'all know what I did right after I left? A few hours later, with a migraine, I did boxing training. I still have migraines. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm doing a boxing training. And then the next day after that, I'm gonna be shooting stuff with this company I can't tell y'all about all day long. And then the next day I'm doing the same thing. And then I'm gonna get on a plane. Then I'm going to Colorado. I just shot 20 reels with a cell phone. The whole point of this story is do not let Satan get you. Because y'all know what Satan wants. Satan wants me to sit back, not do nothing, and wallow in what's going on. To say I have to just say the words, I had a bad day today. But I haven't. Y'all haven't heard me once in this video say I had a bad day. Because I didn't have no bad days. Because everything I look at is positive. Y'all know what the positive is? I got the video shot. Y'all know what the positive is when I went to the hospital? At least I know I don't have diabetes. I know I don't have high blood pressure. I know that I'm not in the health to even have a stroke. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I didn't have one, but to say that my health outside of whatever going on, until I find that out, I know everything else with my health is good. You know what I'm saying? The happy thing is I am about to get married. All the other good stuff going on. So I don't have bad days. And honestly, to sit here and wallow, talk about you had a bad day and then have these self-pity moments of wallow in that is pretty selfish because yes, these things are crazy. Yes, I'm losing money and a lot of stuff happening, but look at what's happening in Israel, between Israel and Palestine right now. Look how many innocent lives are about to be lost because of that conflict. They're having worse days than I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Think about, there's people in this country that are having worse days than me right now. Somebody probably just lost their child. Somebody just probably lost their significant other. You know what I'm saying? So you can't wallow in self-pity all day because there's people that have it worse. So find a way to overcome, because when you have Christ, Christ should be sufficient. Christ should be enough. You know what I'm saying? So when you following God, you already know you're going to overcome. So, and I just thought, I'm sorry this video is so long, but I had to tell the story because it's crazy. But the whole point of me telling y'all this story is that, like, I'm not sitting at home, stuck in at home. Ooh, I'm not doing anything. Nah, I'm chilling. I just got done shooting 20 reels. I popped this right here. This Excedrin right here. Not two like you're supposed to. I only pop one because I don't like taking pills. And I got work done. I'm still working. I'm still doing what I have to do. Still reading the Bible and all. So Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and everything will be added unto you. And that's my message.